Good morning and top of the morning. This is Jack Daniels of the Boxers Trainers Channel. Godfather Boxing. Back at you with another one. And I anticipated being one of worthy recommendations that y'all need to see, right? First of all, yesterday, no, actually, it began like, I want to say 8 days ago. My daughter and her husband came back after reconciling their marriages, right? And we put on a nice, huge celebration for them. And because they have a business on property, on site, right? We did something for the neighbors and they hosted it, and it was fabulous to say the least, right? I must say that my son in law and my daughter are fantastic hosts, right? So, that being said, I can anticipate when I put on another event, right, I would have to have them included as the host because they're fantastic hosts. So, look, tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow, September the 14th. Um, excuse me, excuse me, man, September 21st, 2024, Wembley Stadium, London, in the UK, right? We got a heavyweight, and I think that this is one of the best heavyweight fights of the year, right? Because we got two big guys going at each other that have somehow uh, accumulated a dislike for one another, just beyond the promotional scheme of things. But I'm talking about personal dislike, right? They've talking a whole bunch of stuff, right, in regards to how they dislike one another, and uh, there is a certain amount of disrespect involved in. Hey, wait a minute, something's going on. I am not getting any volume. So what I am going to do? Hold up. Okay, how about that? There you go. There you go. So if I ran this off and y'all didn't hear me, there was a reason for that because I was trying to incorporate another element, right? The phone chat, and I was unable to do that. So the um uh the phone chat it's been disabled. All right, I haven't figured it out yet. But again, I am not the type that um, lays around and lets something linger on without challenging it. Right. So anticipate in the very near future that I'll have the phone chat up and running. I think that's another important element to uh, the podcast, the boxing podcast, so people can have a chance to express their opinion and their views. You know what I mean? So it's like a hands-on type of deal for me anyway. And without it, I just don't think that I will be able to elevate my podcast the way that I want to elevate it uh, to greatness, right? So that being said, look, check it out. Let's talk about that fight tomorrow night, right? In the UK for the IBF Heavyweight Championship of the World. And again, I said this, and I don't know if you heard me because my voice could have been disabled. I think this is going to be one of the best fights of the year for the big guy heavyweights, right? In the sense that they really don't like each other, right? Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois. So, and Dubois has that belt, and uh, 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 Anthony Joshua is going to be in the house to take that belt. And that should bring another element, another layer to the challenge, right? Anthony Joshua needs a belt in order to sustain himself. He's had belts before, right? But he lost those belts. Now, this is um, this is a fight that represents whether Anthony Joshua is relevant or not. He has to do good in this fight, in my opinion, right, to maintain some credibility, to say the least. So Anthony Joshua is 34 years of age. He's 6'6" with an 82-inch arm reach. He's a right-handed. He has 28 wins, 25 by knockout, 3 losses. He's been stopped once and 0 draws, right? He's ranked 1 by the WBO, 3 by the IBF, 3 by the WBC, and 3 by the WBA. Good rankings, right? So that being said, he has to be up in the. Shout out to Malcolm in the house. Salute to Malcolm with that says, which is true, the best game in the house, y'all. And that is not hype, that is reality. That's true. So, Anthony Joshua needs to win this fight in order to maintain some credibility, like I'll say it, right? Because those 3 losses, right? I know that one of them was to the heavyweight, what is his name, Garcia? He's out of California. His name escapes me, but one of those losses I do recall, right? And he actually got stopped in that fight. Dang, heavyweight. Oh, well, he's out of Los Angeles, right? And those boys, those guys, those boxers out of Los Angeles, right? Especially in the heavyweight division, they prize fighters, right? So they believe that in order to uh, feed their families, they got to win purses, and I agree with that. And that's I mean, that's a challenging psychological way to push your agenda forward when it comes to your skill set, right? You gotta win in order to uh, uh to eat. Yes, sir. shout out to shout out to Malcolm. Malcolm don't want to talk about Garcia, and I got you. Me neither. I did a tape last night at Malcolm that you might want to dig up and look at because it was basically talking about um, Garcia and Teofimo Lopez, how they keep clamoring with this racial stuff. But I put them in their place. So you need to like pull up that tape and take a look at it because I put them in their place, pal. I mean, I really, really put them in, historically speaking, right? You know what I'm saying? Uh, it was a tape that I think that the world needs to take a look at because really, realistically speaking, they don't really know. People don't really know where they really actually came from. And for those that do know, right, they want to hold on to the old way, right? And find justification for not believing the truth. But that's okay too. That's okay. Now, Daniel Dubois is 27 years of age. He's 6'3", 6'3" with a 78-inch arm reach. Wow. He's a right-hander, 21 wins, 20 by knockout, uh, 2 losses. He's been stopped twice, no draws, right? And he is currently the IBF champion of the world. Now that's a hell of a thing that's a hell of a position to be in, right? Um, and he's fighting for his credibility, right? He got to maintain that belt in order to keep it moving when it comes to the purses to feed his family. You heard me? So y'all need to get the tickets. I think that this is going to be an outstanding bout. And there is also a fight tonight featuring Jaime Mangia and Eric Benzinian, right? A 12 rounder as well. And that ought to be a devastating fight too, because they're fighting for credibility also, especially Jaime Mangia. But Jaime Mangia, you know what I mean, is a fantastic boxer that I didn't really recognize until he fought Saul Canelo Alvarez. That being said, it's a lot of cats out there that got good hands, got good work ethic, but the way boxing is today, a lot of good fighters, a lot of good boxers don't get the necessary um, uh, the necessary promotion, right, to be determined as good boxers, right? So I'm saying that to say that the boxing atmosphere is kind of like imbalanced, right? You know what I mean? I mean, you got people that's highly ranked in the rankings, right? That don't get a chance to prove their worthiness because they don't have name recognition. And I get that. That's a part of the overall dynamics and the economy of boxing, right? But um, people deserve to have name recognition if they're good. That being said, look, I need y'all to hit that subscription button. Share this video with your friends and relatives so I can get my watch time hour up, so I can feel credible. You feel me? So drop a comment in the comment section and tell me what y'all think about this fight between Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua. And again, share this video, man, with your friends and relatives. That being said, peace out.